Hi everyone, welcome back to another video from Revise It Right.
How long should I spend on each question?
In today's video, we're going to focus on how to split up your time in the exam. Paper 1 is 1 hour and 45 minutes long, which isn't very long at all considering you've got to answer 5 questions. It's very easy to get carried away and you can spend loads of time on the first couple of questions. However, doing so will leave you less time to complete the questions that are worth the most marks at the end of the paper. When revising for English language, it's a good idea to revise your exam technique as well as the skills you will need to answer the questions. AQA recommend 15 minutes at the beginning of the exam for reading the source material in the insert. This is a really good idea as it makes sense to understand the text you're being asked the questions on. Often students can rush ahead, they want to jump straight into the writing. However, doing so means they often misunderstand what's happened in the text and then consequently get the questions wrong. Read the text once through and then read it again. You know you're going to be asked about language techniques in question 2 and structure in question 3, so take a highlighter into the exam with you. As you're reading, pick out anything you think will be helpful later on. Importantly, make sure that you understand the text before you start answering the questions. Question 1 is worth 4 marks and consequently you should spend no longer than 5 minutes answering. Don't spend ages deliberating what to put. Just write down 4 short things and move on. Question 2 is worth 8 marks and you should spend approximately 10 minutes answering. It's very easy to spend a long time answering this question, but doing so will mean that you lose marks later on in the exam. Keep a watch by your answer booklet and when those 10 minutes are up, move on. Question 3 is also worth 8 marks and you should also spend approximately 10 minutes answering. Depth is rewarded over breadth here, so you're better off trying to cover fewer things but covering them in detail. You should be selective in what you analyse. Again, when the 10 minutes are up, move on, even if you haven't finished answering the question. Question 4 is worth 20 marks and consequently you should be spending approximately 20 minutes answering. This is the question students sometimes miss out if they've spent too long on question 2 and question 3. Do not miss it out. It's worth as many marks as question 1, 2 and 3 put together. At the end of your 20 minutes, move on. You don't want to shortchange yourself in the writing section. Question 5 is the longest question on the paper and it's worth 40 marks. You should spend approximately 45 minutes answering this question and it's really important that you've left yourself enough time to answer it properly. Remember, it's worth as many marks as question 1, 2, 3 and 4 put together. This question is the big guns. You should spend 5 minutes planning before you start your narrative or descriptive writing. Your plan won't be marked by the examiner, but examiners' reports say year on year that those students who plan get better marks. Planning gives your answer structure. You've then got 35 minutes to write your response. At the end of those 35 minutes, you should leave yourself 5 minutes to proofread. This is very important as you'll have been writing under time pressure and are therefore bound to have made mistakes. Going back to correct sentences that don't make sense, sorting out apostrophe mistakes, maybe even inserting a semicolon or 2, it could give you a couple of extra marks and may even boost you up a grade. The timings of English Language Paper 1 are tight and you have to be very strict with yourself. Spend the most time on the questions that will get you the most marks. It sounds simple, but it's so easy to get carried away in those early questions. Take a watch with you and put it on the desk in front of you where you can see it easily and keep looking at it. Knowing how long to spend on a question and when to move on to the next question will really help keep you on track and make sure you can achieve your very best in the exam. Good luck!